after 2 seasons, it's canceled, everybody, which isn't bad, It's a prequel series, and it did pretty
I don't
well
know
for
if we can call
HBO.
that a new storyline. Just saying.
Well, it's different. It's a spin-off, but it didn't work out though. It didn't work out. Matthew Rice was in this, executive produced by Robert Downey Jr.'s team, and Robert Downey Jr. and Susan Downey Jr. They did this, and they were gonna do a third season. They wanted to do a third season, but they were taking on about like viewership versus money. The viewership was down quite a bit versus how much it was actually costing to make this period piece. So it was just too much. HBO's pulling it. Again, with this whole merger over to Max, we'll probably see more content like this that will be gone just the way it is. It's just like they're like, well, what do we get rid of? How we cut the cheese here? Not
They
cut the
could do
cheese,
it
but
like the
cut the.
music. They could do it like the music industry. They could keep throwing money at it and just stuffing it down our throats until we like it and it's stuck in our heads all day long.
They could, but they're not going to do it this. So apparently they're saying, while we will not be moving forward, we still want to thank everybody for a great series and excited to continue working with these brilliant creators and this team at Downey on future projects. And that was HBO said about this. But yeah, it's gone. Perry Mason, if you're a fan of the show, you've watched it for 2 seasons, you're excited to see where the second season just ended like not too long ago, like 2 months ago. And then now this word comes out that it's done. They're not coming back for more. So it's bad for the cast and crew, of course, as always. And it comes down to a money thing. As we talk about all the time here, it's Hollywood, it's show business. So it comes down to money. It comes down to that bang for the buck. People aren't watching. And unfortunately, it's going down and it's going away. Maybe somebody else will pick it up because Robert Downey Jr.'s team wants to do more. So maybe a different network. But for the most part, I would say this is probably gone, right? Probably gone.
No,
Yeah.
Sean,
I
you
would
think
think
it's
so.
some.
Yeah, I would think it's gone. I mean, it just, especially, I felt like there was so much of a disconnect between, I was hearing about it all the time when season 1 was out, and it was on every like pre-roll ad before I watched anything on HBO. It was Perry Mason, Perry Mason, Perry Mason, Perry Mason. And then season 2 comes out, and I'm like, what happened with Perry Mason? Is it still happening? What's going on? I never really understood that it was gonna have this long of a delay between seasons, really. And I think that really hurt it too. And it was an okay show. At the end of the day, it was an okay show. I like period pieces as much as the next guy, but I think in this day and age, it just didn't have enough oomph behind it to continue on. So yeah, sorry to see it go.
It sucks. It's something like that. You hope that it's going to do well, and then yeah, you're right, Sean. It comes down to the oomph. It comes down to the viewership. It comes down to the money. GR was saying the same thing. You were in chat too, that it was too long in between seasons. People forget about it, And it's like, oh, that's still on? We thought that was canceled. That's always a problem that happens, especially since COVID. Now, again, people be thinking the same thing with this writer's strike now. It's just one of the things that happens in Hollywood, unfortunately.